What up, y'all? It's your boy, Mr. Downtown Ray Melo, and you're listening to the Entertainment Report on iHeartRadio, live from Dubai for Monday, October 24th, 2016, delivering some major stories and trends going on in the world of entertainment and beyond. You can follow the show on Facebook, Twitter, or Instagram, facebook.com/The Entertainment Report with Ray Melo, that's RAYMELO, on Twitter at The Enter Report, or on Instagram at The Entertainment Report. You can listen to the show anytime you want on iHeartRadio. Just go to iHeart.com. iHeart phone app, search for the Entertainment Report, and it'll take you to the page. I hope everyone had a fantastic weekend. Jake Gyllenhaal and Amy Adams explore how love can turn to hate in the trailer for Tom Ford's upcoming psychological thriller Nocturnal Animals. Fashion designer turned director Ford takes on the story of exes Edward and Susan, who go from love to finding themselves involved in a dark and twisted revenge plot. Susan, who suffers from extreme insomnia, is sent a book written by Edward, which she believes is a threat. Ford mingles Susan's life with the details in Edward's novel, blurring the lines between reality and dark imagination. The film, which also stars Isla Fisher, Laura Linney, Michael Shannon, and Armand Hammer, premieres on November 18th in movie theaters. Lucasfilm says it has cast Community in Atlanta star Donald Glover as Lando Calrissian in its as-of-yet untitled Han Solo standalone Star Wars film. Set for release in 2018, the movie will feature Aiden Enright as Han Solo. It is to be helmed by directors Phil Lord and Christopher Miller. The character of Hans and Lando were previously played by Harrison Ford and Billy D. Williams. Lord and Miller said in a joint statement Friday, "We're so lucky to have an artist as talented as Donald join us. There are big shoes to fill and even a bigger cape, and this one fits him perfectly, which will save us money on alterations. And we also like to apologize publicly to Donald for ruining Comic-Con for him forever." Chris Pine and Gugu Mbatha-Raw have signed on to play Meg and Murray's scientist parents in the big screen adaptation of the late Madeline Engel's classic fantasy novel A Wrinkle in Time. Director Ava DuVernay announced the casting news on Twitter. She wrote, "Don't hope it was a dream, thrilled to confirm that Gugu Mbatha-Raw has joined #Team Wrinkle as Dr. Murray, Meg's mom, and brilliant scientist." The filmmaker followed up Friday by writing, as she hugged her father, "All was forgotten except joy. Wonderful way to end the week. Welcome to #Wrinkle Chris." Storm Reed will play the central role of Meg, and the ensemble supporting her will include Oprah Winfrey, Reese Witherspoon, and Mindy Kaling. Sisters Once and Again and CSI New York actress Sela Ward says she leaped at the chance to star in Graves because it was a rare invitation for her to act in a comedy. The 60-year-old Mississippi native told UPI in a recent phone interview, "It was the character that really got me. I thought, oh my God, what a fun role to play. It's so irreverent and smart. I love comedy. I couldn't get arrested in comedy until now. The very beginning of my career were all comedies. I couldn't get arrested in drama, so it's fun to be back in this arena." Created by Joshua Michael Stern, the show follows Nick Nolte's Richard Graves, a controversial former president trying to adjust to civilian life and reflecting on decisions he made in the White House, just as his beautiful and brilliant wife Margaret is embarking on her own political career. Ward said of the marriage of the series' central couple, "I think there's a tremendous amount of love and respect and honor there, and there is also a lot of time between the two. They are really attached. Their lives are really attached. I was intrigued by the idea that many women face at points in life where they've raised their children and their husband's career is over and he's retired. Now it's time for the female of the family, the second spring, as the Chinese say. I'm intrigued by that. She's been in the shadow of her husband and supporting him all these years and the children, and now it's her time and she wants to run for the Senate because she's naively, or not, feels like she could do some good. So it's just a very interesting time in Margaret's life and an interesting time for their family as a whole, and the kids have to come back home for various reasons, and all of the relationships are so complex. It's great fodder for comedy and drama." Co-starring Angelica Maria, Skylar Austin, and Kaylee Hernandez, Graves airs Saturday nights on Epix. IFC Midnight says it has acquired the North American rights to Sean Bryan's The Devil's Candy, which premiered at the 2015 Toronto International Film Festival. Written and directed by Bryan, the Texas-set horror movie stars Ethan Embry, Sherry Appleby, Pruitt Taylor Vince, and Kira Glasgow. It will be released in March. IFC Midnight said in a statement Friday, "We're so thrilled to be working once more with Snoot Entertainment for Sean Bryan's terrifying new film, which reveals in heavy metal and the occult. We cannot wait to bring the work work of one of horror's most talented up-and-coming filmmakers to North American audiences. Producer Keith Cadler's added, IFC Midnight is a great platform for The Devil's Candy. Sean, producer, Jess Calder, and I are excited to partner with the teams at IFC Midnight to unleash the compelling power of the devil on unsuspecting American audiences. Jodie Foster is set to direct an episode of the anthology series Black Mirror, Netflix has announced. La La Land and Rachel Get Married actress Rosemarie DeWitt will star in the season 4 story. Production is to begin later this year, and the installment will be streamed in 2017. No details about the Foster-DeWitt episode were immediately revealed. Season 3 of the show became available on Netflix on Friday. A synopsis reads, each standalone episode is a sharp, suspenseful tale exploring the themes of contemporary techno-paranoia. Chris Pratt has landed a guest role on wife Anna Faris' show Mom. The 37-year-old actor will play the 39-year-old actress's new love interest in Season 4, according to the Entertainment Weekly. Pratt will portray Nick, a charming horseback riding instructor. Her Pious, Christy, played by Faris' interest. The character is nephew to Christy's friend, Marjorie, played by Mimi Kennedy, who declares her relative off-limits. The Take Me Home Tonight co-stars have also collaborated on the movies What's Your Name and Movie 43. They married in Bali, Indonesia in 2009 and share 4-year-old son Jack. Pratt told Parade magazine in September that he will take a 6-month break from acting to spend time with his family. He recently finished filming The Magnificent Seven, Passengers, and The Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2 in succession. The star said at the time, I've been on the road for 14 months. I did 3 movies back to back to back, so I'm taking 6 months off. He also added, I'm taking Jack to Jack's Beach, which is what we named the little stretch of beach on an island up on the San Juan Islands where we got a place. We're going to go back to the fort we built and see if that's still there. If not, we're going to build it again. Mom will return for a 4th season October 27th on CBS, with Pratt's guest spot slated for early 2017. AMC says it will start airing Fear the Walking Dead Passage mini-episodes during a commercial break on Sunday's Walking Dead Season 7 premiere. The series of 16 one-minute shorts arrives on the heels of Fear the Walking Dead Flight 462, which ran last year on the cable network and online. After its debut, subsequent episodes of Passage will be rolled out for the duration of Season 7 of The Walking Dead. Episode 1 of Passage is live on AMC's website now. Passage follows a fearsome survivor, Sierra, played by Kelly Scott, who agrees to help an injured woman, Gabby, played by Michelle Prada, in exchange for an apocalyptic sanctuary. Over the course of their harrowing journey, the women go on to face many dangers and learn what they need to survive, a press release tease. Joe Stillerman, the president of original programming and development for AMC and Sundance TV, said in a statement, we saw a tremendous response to last year's Flight 462, so we're excited again to be expanding the world of fear with another story of survival on the onset of the apocalypse. It was great to be working with David Erickson and the Fear team on this new piece of original short-form content that will continue to engage fans in the series off-season. Rachel McAdams stunned in silver on the red carpet Thursday. The 37-year-old actress attended the Los Angeles premiere of her movie Doctor Strange at the El Capitan Theater in Hollywood. McAdams turns head in the strapless Attier Versace gown with Santa details and purple lining. The star played Christine Palmer, a surgeon and Doctor Strange's love interest in the film. Benedict Cumberbatch plays Doctor Strange. Marvel Studios president Kevin Feige said of Christine to Slash Films in September, we wanted a grounded character. We wanted a character that was a connection to Strange's life in New York City in the normal world. He also added, Rachel is great and can bring in again a grounded reality to the character of Strange at the beginning of the film, and of course as she encounters some odd and strange and otherworldly when he encounters her late in the movie. Cumberbatch, Tilda Swinton, and Mads Mikkelsen, Benedict Wong, and Benjamin Bratt were also present at the premiere. The movie also co-stars Chiwetel Ejiofor, Michael Schulberg, and Scott Adkins. Doctor Strange follows the titular character as he trains in the mystic arts after a career-ending car accident. The film is directed by Sinister Helm Scott Derrickson and opens in theaters November 4th. Close friends Sarah Hyland and Nina Dobrev charmed on the red carpet Thursday. The 25-year-old Modern Family star and 27-year-old Vampire Diaries alum attended the American Society for the Prevention of Cruelty to Animals Los Angeles benefit in Bel Air. Hyland, who wore a mustard-colored velvet mini dress, were all smiles as she and Dobrev posed for photos. The pair previously buddied up at the LA Women in Television dinner in January. Two Broke Girls star Beth Beers and Jennifer Coolidge, actress Harley Quinn Smith, and Code Black star Jillian Murray were among the other celebrities in attendance. Beers was accompanied by Fluffy Puff on the red carpet. ASPCA had announced on October 12 that Hyland and Beers would be honored with the ASPCA Voice for Animal Awards and the ASPCA Compassion Awards, respectively. The benefit raises funds for the ASPCA's new mobile spay-neuter clinic. ASPCA President Mac Berkshire says Beth Beers and Sarah Hyland represent how much can be accomplished when we dedicate our time, energy, and voices to help animals in crisis. He also added, we are proud to honor them at this special event that will bring critical spay-neuter services to communities that need them most, including those in the Los Angeles area. Hyland plays Haley Dunphy on Modern Family, which airs Wednesdays at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on ABC. Dobrev is known for portraying Elena Gilbert on The Vampire Diaries, but left the CW series after season 6. Jason Sudeikis missed his first appearance on Harry due to the birth of his daughter Daisy, who Sudeikis said was almost born in the Lincoln Tunnel. Sudeikis said about his scheduled arrival on the Harry Connick Jr.'s talk show when he returned on Friday, "I was supposed to be there at 4 on Tuesday. She came out at 3:39. She does not care about show business, but she will." Sudeikis told Connick how just a few days before he and fiancée Olivia Wilde thought Daisy might make her appearance while they were sitting in traffic at the Lincoln Tunnel. Sudeikis explained that Wilde wanted to go see Beyonce in concert before Daisy's arrival. He says, "So we were in line to get into the Lincoln Tunnel, and there was an accident there. Everyone was gumped up, so it was going to take us like an hour to get through the tunnel, and we would have been a half hour late to the concert, which would have been a bummer because we would miss all the choreography and fireworks." He says they made the decision to turn around when Wilde started having contractions. He said, "I don't know if it was the pressure, it was the traffic, or the fact that we were going to be late. It was just bad in the back seat of the car. We U-turned and got out of there. We figured it would be a bad scene to have the baby in a tunnel and a little redundant." Daisy was born in a hospital in New York's Upper East Side, joined older brother Otis, who is 2. CBS says it has ordered a 1-hour live-action game show based on the addictive online franchise game Candy Crush. The show is being executive produced by Mark Kunitz. It will be distributed domestically by CBS Television Distribution and internationally by Lionsgate. No host has been announced yet. Glenn Geller, the president of CBS Entertainment, said in a statement, "We are huge fans of Candy Crush, and like so many others, we know the rush of advancing to the next level of the game. We're excited to work with Lionsgate and King to adapt one of the world's most popular entertainment game franchises for television and make it available to its massive, passionate fan base who can watch and play along at home." Kevin Beggs, the chairman of Lionsgate Television Group, says the Candy Crush franchise is a world-renowned property, so when the head of our interactive and games division, Peter Levin, brought this IP to Lionsgate, we instantly knew it would make an incredibly physical, visual, and fun TV program. CBS is a leader in unscripted television, which makes it the ideal home for Candy Crush, and we're very happy to have Matt shepherding the production as we partnered with the team at King on a series with the tremendous second screen potential. Anne Hathaway wasn't as happy about her Oscar win as people may think. The 33-year-old actress admitted in an interview with The Guardian that she felt more uneasy than thrilled when she won an Academy Award for Best Supporting Actress for Les Miserables in 2013. Hathaway says, "I felt very uncomfortable. I lost my mind doing that movie, and it hadn't come back yet. Then I had to stand up in front of people and feel something I don't feel, which is uncomplicated happiness." She also explained it's an obvious thing. You win an Oscar and you're supposed to be happy. I didn't feel that way. I felt wrong that I was standing in a gown that cost more than some people are going to see in their lifetime and winning an award for portraying pain that still felt very much a part of our collective experience as human beings. The star also added, "I tried to pretend that I was happy and I got called out on it big time. That's the truth and that's what happened. It sucks. But what you learn from it is that you only feel like you can die from embarrassment. You don't actually die." Hathaway, who wore an $80,000 Prada gown to the 2013 Oscars, played Fantine in Les Miserables. The star faced heavy backlash during award season for her perceived insecurity and strong desire for an Oscar. She said in the 2014 issue of Harper's Bazaar in November, "People treated me in a certain way, but I've grown from it. This whole thing has made me a way more compassionate and loving person." The actress recalled, "I felt shocked and slapped and embarrassed. Even now I can feel the shame. Now I'd be fine. I really would be. I let it roll off my back, but at the time was still partly Fantine. I was still identifying with being a victim. Hathaway has since starred in Interstellar, The Intern, and Alistair the Looking Glass. She will next appear in the sci-fi thriller Colossal with Dan Stevens and Jason Sudeikis. Benedict Cumberbatch and Sophie Hunter are expecting baby number 2. The 40-year-old English actor confirmed Hunter is pregnant after attending the Los Angeles premiere of Doctor Strange with a 38-year-old theatrical director Thursday. The star's rep told E! News everyone is absolutely thrilled. Cumberbatch and Hunter looked a happy couple as they posed for photos at the premiere. The pair turned heads in the complementary navy ensembles, with Hunter concealing her baby bump in a follow-up strapless dress. The Doctor Strange star and Hunter married on the Isle of Wight in England in February 2015 and welcomed son Christopher that June. The actor recently discussed parenthood in a November issue of Vanity Fair. He says, having a baby, it's massive and on a very unexpected level. Suddenly I understood my parents much more profoundly than I ever had been before. He also added, I was expecting with Hamlet that it might be a hindrance to be a father because it's all about being a son, but it's the opposite. You understand much more about being a son, becoming a father. Doctor Strange opens in theaters November 4th. Cumberbatch is also slated for a number of other films, including an Andy Serkis directed adaptation of The Jungle Book and The Current War with Nicholas Hoult. Hayden Panettiere's Julia Barnes is back in the first trailer for Season 5 of Nashville. The clip released Thursday featured Panettiere as part of the show for the first time following Nashville's Season 4 finale, in which the plane Barnes was traveling on went missing. The cliffhanger ending had concluded the country drama after it was canceled by ABC. However, CMT has come to the rescue in order to continue the series. Barnes said, as footage from last season is shown of her crying, we tape ourselves together so that no one can see our flawed hearts. The trailer also included series regulars Connie Britton, played by Raina James, Chris Carmick, played by Will Lexington, Claire Bowen, who plays Scarlett O'Connor, Sam Padilha, who plays Gunnar Scott, Lennon Stell, who plays Maddie Conrad, and Charles Eston, who plays Deacon Claiborne. Claiborne says as he is seen punching a mirror, I left a trail of destruction, hurt people I've loved, let down the people who love me. Nashville returns for Season 5 starting January 7th at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on CMT. The mockumentary David Brent, Life on the Road, is set to premiere on Netflix on February 10th. Directed, written, and produced by Ricky Gervais, the film will stream via the subscription service worldwide, excluding the United Kingdom, Ireland, Australia, and New Zealand. The movie follows Gervais' most famous on-screen character, David Brent, from the original British version of The Office in his latest career adventure. Synopsis reads, when audiences were first introduced to Brent, self-proclaimed friend first, boss second, probably an entertainer third, dreamed of becoming a rock superstar. 12 years on, Brent is now a traveling salesman chasing the dream with his band Foregone Conclusion. Saturday Night Live guest host Tom Hanks used his America's Dad image to comfort viewers about the upcoming presidential election. Hanks put on a cardigan and made the remarks during his opening monologue for this weekend's edition of the sketch comedy show. Hanks said, as soothing music played in the background, America is feeling a little nervous these days, and I'm a responsible father, so I thought maybe it's time we had a little chat. He said, hey, buddy, there's my big growing nation. How you doing, champ? So rough here, huh? I hear you. You got a lot of going on inside you. You feel anxious and conflicted. You're scared about what's going to happen next. Well, you're going to be fine. Remember when you went through that depression? This is nothing. You're just growing up and you're in an awkward phase. For example, you may have noticed that your complexion is changing, you're getting a little darker, and you're freaking out about it, but that's natural for a nation of immigrants like yourself, and you're a lot gayer than you used to be, and that is cool. That is thorough. Hanks concluded by saying that he knew the country had a big decision to make in 2 weeks and suggests it listens to its head and heart when voting and remember all of its achievements. He says, no matter what happens, I'm proud of you. Now, enough of this sucking. I want you to pick yourself up, dust yourself off, and go show the world what else you can do inside a piece of crust. This was Hank's 9th time hosting the show. Comedian and lifelong Chicago Cubs fan Bill Murray took his fandom to the highest authority on Friday. During a break in the action, the Illinois native walked into the White House press room, decked out in full Cubs gear, cap and jacket, and took the podium. A reporter playfully asked, Mr. President, do you think the Cubs will win? The actor replied, I feel very confident that Dodgers ace Clayton Kershaw is a great picture, but we got too many sticks. At home, and our crowd, the weather. Murray was scheduled to visit Obama at the White House on Friday. The chat may have had something to do with baseball. The president is an ardent Chicago White Sox fan. The Cubs defeated the Dodgers Thursday night to take a 3-2 lead in the national championship series. Chicago advanced to the World Series to play Cleveland, and the Chicago owns the longest title drought in Major League Baseball, their last coming in 1908. Reality TV star Khloe Kardashian and retired NBA player Lamar Odom have reached a settlement, but their divorce likely will not be finalized until December. Us Weekly said it confirmed a TMZ report stating that the famous former couple reached a property settlement and signed legal documents filed Friday. An insider told Us Weekly they relieved it's over and ready to move on with their lives. The pair wed in 2009, and Kardashian initially filed for divorce in 2013. She withdrew her petition nearly a year ago when Odom suffered a near-fatal drug overdose, but refiled this year. Cher made an appearance on The Late Late Show with James Corden on Thursday, and the two team up to sing a millennial version of I Got You, Babe. Cher said before asking Corden to join her on stage, "I'm going to do one of my favorite songs tonight, but I want to do it in a different way." Corden appeared in a Cher-inspired ensemble complete with a spiky black mullet and high-heeled boots. Cher asked him, "What are you doing? Why are you dressed like Cher?" He replied, "Well, it's a Sonny and Cher song, and I just thought I would be Cher." She questioned, "Yeah, but out of the two of us, what makes you think you could possibly be Cher? I mean, I'm literally Cher." Corden said after a pause, "Exactly, it's a bit obvious." The two launched into a modern-day rendition of Sonny and Cher's 1965 classic, I Got You Babe, called I Got You Babe. Cher sang, "They say we're young and we don't know how to find love without using our phones." Corden answered, "Well, I don't know if all that's true, because you swiped me and baby I swiped you." American singer-songwriter Charlie Puth says he's canceling the rest of his concert tour because he's extremely sick. The 24-year-old entertainer tweeted Sunday, "Unfortunately, I have to cancel the remaining dates of my Don't Talk tour. This is the last thing I want because I love being on the road, performing, and meeting every one of you. You are the reason I do what I love most for a living, and I'm so thankful. I've been extremely sick pushing through these dates, and I haven't taken the time my body needs to recover. Resting and taking time off the road is the only way I can get better and start performing for you again. I promise I'll do whatever I can to make it up to you. I love you so much. I'm deeply sorry." Puth did not offer details regarding what type of ailment he is suffering from. Taylor Swift performed her only concert of 2016 this weekend at the Formula One United States Grand Prix in Austin, Texas. Yahoo News reported she rocked a black sequin romper as she sang her hits Blank Space, I Knew You Were Troubled, Style, We Are Never Ever Getting Back Together, and Bad Blood. She also belted out This Is What You Came For, which she co-wrote for ex-boyfriend Calvin Harris, who went on to record it with Rihanna. She told the audience, "As a songwriter, the most rewarding feeling in the world is writing something and then having the crowd sing it back to you because they know the words. It's the coolest thing in the world, and I never played this song live before, but you know it." She later took on to Instagram to celebrate the successful show. She captioned a photo of hers on stage, "Thank you, Austin, Texas. You were everything tonight." Swift and Harris broke up last June after dating more than a year. Tyler Perry's holiday comedy Boo! Madea Halloween is the #1 movie in North America, earning $27.6 million in receipts this weekend, BoxOfficeMojo.com announced Sunday. Coming in at #2 is Jack Reacher, Never Go Back with $23 million, followed by Iwoja, Origin of Evil at #3 with $14.06 million, The Accountant at #4 with $14.03 million, and Girl on the Train at #5 with $7.3 million. Rounding up the top tier are Miss Pellegrin's Home for Peculiar Children at #6 with $6 million, Keep Up with the Joneses at #7 with $5.6 million, Kevin Hart's What Now at #8 with $4.11 million, Storks at #9 with $4.085 million, and Deepwater Horizon at #10 with $3.6 million. And now let's take a look at what happened on this date in entertainment history. On this date in 1962, James Brown records Breakthrough live at the Apollo album. Brown began his professional career at a time when rock and roll was opening new opportunities for black artists to connect with white audiences. But the path he took to fame did not pass through the Top 40 radio or through the Ed Sullivan Show or American Bandstand. James Brown would make his appearance in all of those places eventually, but only after a decade spent performing almost exclusively before black audiences and earning his reputation as the hardest working man in show business. On this date in 1962, he took a major step towards his eventual crossover and conquest of the mainstream when electric electrifying performance on Black America's most famous stage, a performance recorded later, released as Live at the Apollo in 1963, the first breakthrough album of James Brown's own career. By 1962 rolled around, James Brown was one of the most popular figures on the R&B scene, not so much on the strength of his recordings, but on the strength of his live act. As he would throughout his long career, Brown ran his band, the Famous Flames, like a military unit, demanding of his instrumentalists and backing vocalists the same perfection he demanded on himself. Even in the middle of a performance, Brown would turn around and dish out fines for miss or flub notes, all without missing or flubbing a dance step himself. At the midnight show on the Apollo on October 24, 1962, however, every member of Brown's band knew that the fines they faced would be far greater than normal. Band member Bobby Bird told Rolling Stone magazine he made a mistake that night. The fine would move from $5 or $10 to $50 or $100. The reason was simple. Having failed to convince the head of his label, King Records, to record a release the performance as a live album, James Brown, a man who was famous wise to the value of the dollar, was financing the Apollo recording himself. In the end, the show went off not only without a hitch, but with such success that the famously tough Apollo crowd was in the state of rapture. Released in May 1963, Live at the Apollo ended up spending an astonishing 66 weeks on the Billboard album charts and selling upwards of 1 million copies, giving James Brown his first smash hit album and setting him on a course for his incredible crossover success in the mid-60s and beyond. Also on this date in 1969, Butch Cassidy and the Sundance Kid, starring Paul Newman and Robert Redford as a team of bank robbers in the Old West, opens in theaters across the United States. The film was a commercial and critical success, receiving 7 Oscar nominations, including Best Picture and Best Director, and winning in the categories of Best Screenplay for William Goldman, Best Song for Burt Bacharach's Raindrops Keep Falling on My Head, Best Score, and Best Cinematography. And as your entertainment report for Monday, October 24th, 2016, I'm your host, Mr. Downtown Ray Melo. I'll be back tomorrow to deliver some major stories and trends going on in the world of entertainment and beyond. You can follow the show on Facebook, Twitter, or Instagram. Facebook.com/The Entertainment Report with Ray Melo. That's RAYMELO. On Twitter at The Enter Report, or on Instagram at The Entertainment Report. You can listen to this episode or any previous episodes of The Entertainment Report anytime you want on iHeartRadio. Just go to iHeart.com or your iHeart phone app, search for The Entertainment Report, and it'll take you to the page. Good night, and God bless you all.